Why is a bicycle like a library? Well, it's much more than a raven is like a writing desk. Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. On this edition of the show, we'll find out about the new Library Cruiser traveling book bike that is being pedaled to public places and special events, making it easier than ever to sign up for a library card or check out a book. Today, we'll also take a look at hurricane preparedness in Solutions for Your Life, a segment tailor-made for the Volusia lifestyle. Then Business Beat reporter Joanne Magley takes us behind the scenes at a local company that manufactures some very special products. And finally, joining Community Information Director Dave Byron in the studio for an in-depth interview is Ned Harper, Director of the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State College. Those segments, news, and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. Stay tuned. Calling all kids, Volusia County is rolling out its Echo Rangers program, which lets children in grades 1 through 5 visit the county's ecological, cultural, heritage, and outdoor resources. The program is offered each year from September through May at more than 40 sites, including parks, museums, libraries, and historical sites. The children recently visited the Tomoka landfill, where they learned about recycling and even found out where their garbage goes. They got a good look at Mount Trashmore, which is about 150 feet high and takes in 450,000 tons of trash every year. Many were amazed at the natural beauty and the variety of wildlife found at the landfill.
Now, different people use the program different ways, but it tends to work well in an educational sense. It gives a field trip so that the children can actually see some of the different things they're learning about at this age. They have so much fun and they share very unique experiences.
Upcoming trips will take the Echo Rangers to the Casements in Ormond Beach, the Casadega Spiritualist Camp, Blue Springs State Park in Orange City, the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse and Museum, and many more locations. The popular program is supported by Volusia County's Parks, Recreation, and Culture Division, and it's coordinated by the staff of DeBerry Hall Historic Site. Using a Passport to Adventures guide, the Echo Rangers are asked to visit at least 8 sites and participate in specially designed activities. The program also includes 15 self-guided adventures that children can complete with their parents at any time. These include hiking, biking, fishing, and creating artwork. To learn more about the Echo Rangers program, you can visit DeBerryHall.com. The Volusia County Public Library System is using old-fashioned pedal power to bring the library to the people. The new Library Cruiser traveling book bike is being pedaled to public places and special events, offering people opportunities to sign up for library cards and a sampling of library materials available for checkout. The bike also provides information about library programs and the many electronic e-services that are available 24/7 on the library's website. And not only that, it's a Wi-Fi hotspot. Ridden by library staff, the bright orange Beach Cruiser pulls a custom-made cart packed with popular books and library information. Chad Taylor, a trades worker for Volusia County's public library system, designed the handy cart, which opens up into a bookcase that holds up to 200 books.
There's not that many libraries out there that have a mobile bike. So we looked into it, we designed one, and now we're bringing it to the community. Well, we were able to reach a lot of people that maybe haven't been to the library in a while. We had a great time putting this together, and there's no limit on where we can go with our cruiser.
The new service was rolled out during National Outside the Lines Week in mid-September. It's part of a nationwide campaign to reintroduce the library to the community and get people thinking and talking about the library in a whole new way. Public libraries from Seattle to Volusia County are using book bikes as a way to expand their reach to their neighborhoods. Their goal is to meet residents in their own neighborhoods and provide them with rich library experiences. For information about the Library Cruiser and the Volusia County Public Library System, you can visit volusialibrary.org. It's a case of every little bit helps. The Volusia County Council will apply for what's expected to be $470,392 in state aid to help operate the county's 13-branch library system. The figure is based on a state legislature appropriation of $22.3 million to libraries across Florida. The annual statewide library appropriation is based on how much each county spends on library services. Volusia County Library Services Director Lucinda Coley said the county budgets annually for the state operating assistance, adding that state aid is an important revenue source. The library system's annual budget is $21 million.
The State Aid to Libraries grant has always been very important for Volusia County Public Library. We have traditionally used that funding to put into our materials buying, and especially with the tight budget that we've had for the past several years, it has allowed us to continue to move forward. It's been that added money that we've needed to buy electronic books and audio books, add online databases and so forth to continue moving forward with our materials that people are looking for.
More than 230,000 Volusia residents have library cards. These library users are on track this year to check out more than 4 million items from the 13 libraries in the county system. The library system accommodates 2.6 million visitors each year. The county library system has a full-time staff of 180 with more than 4,600 friends. Well, hurricane preparedness is the topic of the day for this edition's Solutions for Your Life segment.
Welcome to Solutions for Your Life. I'm Lisa Hamilton, University of Florida Extension Agent in Volusia County, here to talk today about preparing food for your family during a hurricane. And here to help me sort this out is Jill Toffer, registered dietitian and agent in Volusia County. Welcome, Jill.
Hi, Lisa. You know what I really need to know? When should I have my hurricane supply kit ready?
Great question. It should be now. You should be well into planning and preparing your hurricane kit because the season began June 1st.
Okay, so really we're in the middle of the season. We should be moving along quickly to have that supply ready.
Absolutely. And the essentials that you need to focus on to begin with, you need to make sure that you have plates, bowls, cups, cleaning utensils, soap, hand sanitizer. You don't want to forget your pet. You want to make sure you have pet food. You want to make sure you have an adequate container to have everything that you need in your house. When we talk about food for families during the hurricane, we want you to think nutrition and meal preparation, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Jill, would you like to tell us about My Plate?
Well, that's a great idea, Lisa. If you look at My Plate and look at the 5 food groups, and you start your hurricane preparedness for your food kit with the 5 food groups, you know you're not going to be missing any essential nutrients, and you're also going to have a good variety of food. So Lisa, tell me some of the food safety that we need to be really aware of during a hurricane.
That's a very common question. People like to know, how long can I keep the food in my refrigerator and in my freezer? And the answer is, if your refrigerator door is kept closed, the food in your refrigerator should be good for up to 4 hours. Your freezer, if it's full and you keep the door closed, should keep food for 48 hours. If it's about half full, then 24 hours. But in any event, what you should know is that if you have any perishable food above 40 degrees for more than 2 hours, you should throw it away.
Wow, that sounds like I better put a thermometer in my refrigerator and in my freezer.
That is a recommendation of the USDA.
What about if my family wants a hot meal? What recommendations do you have so that we can have a heated meal when our power's out?
Many people in Florida have grills, and we recommend using grills to, of course, prepare meat and food that you have on hand, But remember that you can use it to boil water, to prepare pasta or other foods that need hot waters, as well as coffee and other beverages. When using your grill, especially in a time of a disaster, you want to make sure that you're using it in a ventilated space, and make sure that in your kit you add utensils and mitts that you would need to handle hot pots or other items. Another thing you might be able to use is a fondue pot. And we have sterno available in the stores that you can easily put into your kit so that you can boil water or heat soup inside if you're in an apartment building and don't have access to a grill.
What about water, Lisa? What is the rule of thumb for water? Because I know this is very important to have in your kit.
It's a pretty easy rule to remember. It's 1 gallon of water per person per day. And that also includes your pet. The recommendation is 1 gallon of water per pet per day.
What are some other important tools that we don't want to forget in our hurricane kit?
Great question, Jill. Will you hand me the can opener and the cookbook? Thank you. First of all, include a cookbook or recipes that you might use during the hurricane. The Jefferson County Extension published this cookbook, the Healthy Hurricane Disaster Cookbook. It's available on the website. And also, don't forget a can opener. In the dark, or if you're looking for a quick meal, you want to make sure that you have one handy.
Thanks, Lisa. This is really important advice, and we're going to get our Hurricane Family Supply Kit ready now.
Thanks, Jill. With Solutions for Your Life, I'm Lisa Hamilton.
And I'm Jill Toffer.
You've seen advertisements for walk-in bathtubs, but did you know that one of the country's biggest manufacturers of these products is headquartered right here in Volusia County? Joanne Magley has that story in this week's Business Beat.
Premier Care and Bathing is an international company with its national headquarters in South Daytona. Melissa Allman is the company's VP of Legal Affairs and Human Resources.
Premier Care and Bathing came to the United States in 2002. We were the first company to bring a walk-in bathing product to the United States. They set up a headquarters here, one in California and one in Vancouver, British Columbia, and just started selling this product throughout the U.S., and it's just grown and grown over time.
Premier Care and Bathing manufactures and installs a variety of walk-in baths and showers to promote independent living for the disabled and aging populations. The prices range from $5,000 to $30,000 depending on the type of tub and how much renovation is required in the bathroom. The primary consumers are older adults that have mobility issues or any other persons, including children, that have mobility problems with getting in and out of the tub and need a solution to bathe safer.
The demographic of our country is getting older, and more people want to be able to live at home. And it's the aging in place market. We call it. It's the biggest growing market that there is, and people want to be able to stay home. They don't want to go to nursing homes. They don't want to leave their homes, and our product allows them to have independence and dignity and be able to stay in their homes and live their lives the way they want to.
While the manufacturing plant is located in North Carolina, the company's CEO and CFO both work out of the South Daytona national headquarters. All of the accounting, sales, and marketing functions are housed there, and it's also home to a large call center and warehouse.
And I believe I'd be correct in saying that we're the only company that manages the process from the initiation of the contact with the customer all the way through to warranty. We manufacture our own products, we sell them, we install them, and we service them after installation.
Premier Care and Bathing was the first bath and shower company to earn the Ease of Use commendation by the Arthritis Foundation, and the company also partners with AMVETS.
We have a great partnership with AMVETS. We do a lot. We're proud that we do a lot for veterans in our company. We offer the standard VA discount to our veterans so they don't have to go through the red tape that they may have to go through with the VA. We would just give them that discount to begin with. We're also partners with the Arthritis Foundation. We have the Arthritis Commendation for Ease of Use. We send all of our products to be tested, and for people that have arthritis or other issues with their hands. Our products are very easy to use.
The company does about 8,000 installs each year, and Allman expects that number to rise.
Well, with the market that keeps growing, I can see Premier continuing to grow. I mean, we're bursting kind of at the seams here. We're hiring people every day. We're interviewing people and hiring them here. So we're growing like crazy, and I can see us, expanding more and more in the future.
For the Business Beat, I'm Joanne Magley.
Well, it's time now to head into the studio to join our very own Community Information Director, Dave Byron. And he's with his guest, Ned Harper, Director of the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State College.
Well, thank you, Amber, and hi, everyone. Economic development, that is helping existing businesses grow and prosper and attracting new businesses in Volusia County. We describe it as a team sport. Well, one of the many players in the economic development ecosystem is the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State College. We haven't talked about this program before, so we're very pleased to have with us today the program's director, Ned Harper. Ned, how you doing today?
I am doing great.
Nice to have you. I understand you just came back from a national conference, so you're certainly connected on a larger scale, huh?
Yes, San Francisco, we went to Google, Facebook, and Intuit.
Wow, awesome. Hey, before we talk about the SBDC, which is what we call it, you're close to the business community. We went through the Great Recession, some really tough times. But in today's environment in Volusia County, it seems to be a tremendous number of positives. What do you hear, just out of curiosity, what do you hear from the local business community? What's the mood?
Well, practically every business that we work with is very excited about the expanding market and the opportunities. But as you know, in business, there's always challenges.
Right.
So now their challenges are, how do I keep getting great employees? Sure. How do I get my employees trained for the new demands? How do I find new buildings, increase my capacity? But that's a lot more fun than how do I pay my bills?
Yeah, I was going to say, those are pleasant things to talk about.
Right.
Hey, as we said at the opening, in Volusia County, we describe economic development as a team sport, and there are many players on the team, including the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State College. How do you describe your role in the economic development ecosystem in Volusia County?
Well, I'm very much a team player. I appreciate the strong players. We have Career Source, Volusia Manufacturing Association, the cities, the county, the economic development departments there. The chambers. We have a real good collaboration of service providers to help businesses grow and be successful.
And so the SBDC specifically, how do you describe what you do?
Well, we were funded over 50 years ago by the SBA.
Uh-huh.
And the whole concept was take the resources of the colleges and universities and make that available to the businesses. So basically, we work with the CEOs, COOs, the Cs in the organization, the leaders, and try and provide them the research and resources to help them be competitive.
And we're very fortunate in Volusia County, Ned, not only to have your organization at Daytona State College, but we're lucky in Volusia County to have a very robust series of higher education institutions. I mean, it's not just Daytona State. I mean, you got Bethune-Cookman, Embry-Riddle, Stetson, UCF. We're pretty fortunate when it comes to educational support.
Yeah, it's powerful, and they're very much in tune with the businesses.
Right.
They provide internships. They provide higher level programs. So the colleges and universities have really helped the businesses in this area.
And as I understand it, the SBDCs, there's more than one. It's a statewide system. You're connected, I think, to a statewide network. Is that right?
Yes. Well, it's national. In fact, we're even in Central and South America and the islands. So we all work together to support business growth.
You know, when you look at Daytona State College, there's a lot of students at Daytona State College that are working people. These are folks that may be going to school at night, or they may be taking online classes. Not just young people getting out of high school, but folks that may be looking to advance their higher education, or perhaps even get a different career. It would seem that the SBDC is a perfect fit on the campus at Daytona State because of that factor, I would think.
It really is. There's a trend that people are going into business for themselves.
There you go.
So whether they're taking heating and air conditioning, nursing, cosmetology, any of our programs, more and more people are going into business for themselves. So what we do is we provide them the tools and the knowledge to be able to start their own business in the discipline they love.
Sure. And one of the, I guess the great things about the SBDCs is the fact that you rely on successful business people, people that have made it happen, people that are business icons, both I guess at a national level as well as a local level, and you call upon the resources of folks that have already made it.
It's amazing how willing very, very successful people are to share their time and their knowledge. For example, Jim Carnes, who Ocean Designs,
Right.
He works with a lot of our clients on patents and technology and intellectual property. Gail Limeron
Right.
meets with a lot of businesses. His partner in the Hooligans, Tim Curtis, meets with people and talks to them. We're having at A Million Cups, we've got Glenn Ritchie coming to tell his story. Those people have been successful, and they're more than willing to help other people, give them tips of how they learned through the School of Hard Knocks.
Well, speaking of those folks, Ned, you have a program called the CEO Roundtable, in which you bring in people of the caliber that you just mentioned, and they share their own stories, their own information, their own experience with other CEOs as well as others. Tell us about this roundtable. Interesting concept.
It's the CEO Exchange is the name of the group. And I was in a group like this years ago with Bob Lloyd and Lee Culler and Gail Limeron. And what it is it's a sharing of best practices and accountability. So every business has challenges that they're going through. And by having 12, 14 other very successful business leaders that maybe experience the same thing, and they're all from different industries.
Right.
So different industries see things in different ways. So they say, in the automotive industry, this is how we do it. In the banking industry, this is how we do it. In manufacturing, this is what we've done. So it allows them to share best practices. It can be lonely being the CEO.
No question. The higher you go, the lonelier it gets.
Right.
And I would think, Ned, that even though these folks that you mentioned are in different business sectors, I would imagine the challenges and problems and so forth, maybe the steps to success must be pretty common among these folks.
There are, in business, there's business principles that are true no matter what industry you're in.
Right.
And that's why we've started a new program that focuses on those and how do you go from good to great in each one of those areas.
Yeah, Mary Bruno from Daytona State College was before the Volusia County Council recently talking about a program called Volusia's Best. And this is a new initiative out of the SBDC, which holds a lot of promise. County Council was very excited about it. Fill us in. What's this program all about?
Well, I'd like to say it's SBDC program, but it isn't.
Okay.
It's everybody's. It's Volusia County Economic Development, Career Source, the cities, the VMA, the chambers. Every organization that helps businesses have pulled together to provide the information and training to take businesses from good to great.
Well, as we said, economic development is a team sport, and you just named a number of different organizations that are part of this Volusia's Best program. So, all right, so if I'm a business and I want to get involved in Volusia's Best, how does that work? What do I need to do?
Well, we're going to do a lot of promotion and advertising to let people know how to get in touch with them. They could, of course, call the SBDC, or they could call Volusia County Economic Development, or as we get this thing rolling, any of those organizations will direct them to this program.
But what specifically does a business need to do to qualify or to receive the support or whatever? I mean, aren't there some thresholds that you have to meet?
Well, actually, the first threshold is we do an assessment of, are there some gaps in their business? Okay. So in the 7 areas: service, engaged employees, leadership, capital management, marketing. In all of these programs, they have to identify, and then we tailor it to them.
I see.
So they may be super at systems, but marketing not so much.
Mm-hmm.
So then they could participate in the marketing programs. So for example, we've got coming up the 29th and 30th, we're going to have a program called Profit Mastery.
Okay.
That qualifies for CEUs, for accountants. And the founder of that program we're bringing in from Washington.
Wow.
To give that program. It shows businesses how to find the hidden money in their organization.
In some senses, sort of like an incubator, but for businesses that may be a little bit further along than clients in an incubator? They're going to receive a lot of business service support, I guess.
Dave, you're right on the money. In a lot of areas, they're now calling this accelerators.
Okay.
Instead of incubators, these are already established companies. They're already good.
Right.
They're doing good. And it's taking them to the level of great.
So if they go through and become, go through the Volusia's Best program and so forth, do they get to promote themselves as such, or do they just take the satisfaction of knowing that they have received some additional training and knowledge and so forth to move forward?
One of the keys will be letting the consumers know that this company has best practices.
That's what I thought.
That is a higher level program. So they get trained, but they don't get credit unless they've executed it in their business and demonstrated that they are actually doing it.
Right.
When they've demonstrated that they're superior in systems, that they're superior in customer service, these things, then they get to have that Volusia's Best logo and put it in all their promotion, on their door, letting people know we have best practices at this business.
Going way back, it's sort of like the Good Housekeeping seal of approval.
Exactly.
So, brand new initiative, is it underway now? What's going to how are you going to roll this program out?
Well, it just got approved by the county council.
Right.
The county council is the lead of this program. The county is.
Right.
So without their approval, we couldn't do anything, and that was just last week. So now that they've approved it, you'll see a lot of promotion and marketing. I'm going to be at Kiwanis and Rotaries. We're going to have advertising on the radio.
Right.
Getting the word out that this program is available.
Well, Ned, as you look toward the future, obviously a company that's not looking toward the future is standing still. As you look toward the future for the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State, what are your emphasis going to be in the future? Where do you see this program evolving?
We're looking for good to great. There's been some great companies come out of Volusia County. You look at Hawaiian Tropic, NASCAR, Brown & Brown, Radon. All of these companies have been great companies that are known throughout the world. Right. Why can't a lot more? So that's our goal, to see, a company, the one company that I had, we had 30-something locations. We weren't just here. So we want them to think big and to look at growing and bring that money back to our economy.
They bring that money back to our economy. That means more job creation for folks to be able to stay right here in Volusia County.
Right, that's the goal. When the tide rises, all boats float higher.
No question. Ned, for folks out there that perhaps they may want to get more information about the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State, maybe they want to get in touch with you, maybe they want a civic group presentation and so forth, how do people get more information?
Well, they can go to sbdcdaytona.com, that's our website.
Right.
Or call 386-506-4723 and let us know what they want. We speak at all the major colleges, so we speak to their students. You've got Wyotex and Palmer that are going all over the country.
That's right.
So we're here to serve any group that's interested in business. We speak at the schools.
Well, Ned, I want to thank you for sharing the information. It sounds like an exciting program, and it certainly sounds like, just as you said, that the idea is to take businesses to another level. Our guest today, Ned Harper with the Small Business Development Center at Daytona State College. And with that, Amber, we'll go back to you.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you, too, for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, you can feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. Incidentally, you can find the County Council's meeting calendar there, too. In fact, you can use volusia.org to find out about meeting dates, workshops, topics of interest, activities, and how you can become involved. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond. Have a wonderful evening.